I'm Duncan Cran, and I'm a surveyor who worked on the Alaska Highway.
Imagine you could step back in time if characters from the past came to life. Well, that's what happened in Fort St. John at A Night at the Museum. 7-year-old Bessie Gunn at the fur trade exhibit was portrayed by Heather, the museum curator and manager.
Really interesting and innovative way to sort of meet some characters from Fort St. John's past and get a better understanding of who was involved in building this community. It's great to interact with people. Some of them are very good at role playing and really sort of understanding the period of history that you're trying to talk about.
Hell's bells. We're here. We just may as well start a newspaper.
And the first edition of the Alaska Highway newspaper came out in 1944. Evelyn Sims is playing Margaret Murray, better known as Ma Murray, co-founder and editor of the paper.
She had a lot of character, so I hope I can somehow get that across to people. I think it's an honor. I actually volunteered to do it. It's just exciting. I think with being involved here with the public, I'm used to ad-libbing, and I like that.
Oh, it's been great, actually. Betsy, the little young girl from the old fort, was fantastic, and Ev's playing a wonderful role for Ma Murray. She's got all of the right terms, and anything I've ever read about Ma Murray sounds like she would fit it quite well.
Anne Roberts Young was the first registered nurse in Fort St. John, arriving in 1930. Judy Hawthorne, a registered nurse herself, brings the character to life.
When I was nursing in Brighton, England, I heard a lady speak by the name of Eva Hassel. She said the Canadian North was in desperate need of nurses. She had visited Fort St. John in 1928 and found no hospital.
I've just learned so much about Anne Roberts Young and her first beginnings in Fort St. John delivering babies, and the task of actually getting on horseback and heading out to the homesteads delivering the babies, was quite something. And the first hospital was so far away in Pascuppi. I'm thinking of the primitive conditions that they had with which to work, the sacrifice of the townspeople to donate their buildings for hospitals and the money so that they could have medical help here. It's been really fun getting into the shoes of Anne Roberts Young, and it's been a great experience. It's very enlightening.
It was during this time that I met Dr. Kearney, Doctor of Medicine, and he persuaded me to move with him to Fort St. John as there was no dentist. It's history, and history of Fort St. John I love. There were lots of characters and lots of people that settled us and true pioneers, and Dr. Szilagyi was one of them. He was our first dentist, and I'm proud and honored to be able to play him. He started the first film theater in Fort St. John also, which is another cap, but he traveled up and down the highway. He went as far as Lower Post and Dawson Creek with his dentistry and his films at one time with his brother Julian. Yeah, I like acting. I've been involved in acting off and on for quite a number of years, and to mix history and acting together is a dream come true.
And we can't forget about the hard-working pioneer women.
I'm playing a woman from about 1935, just a generic pioneering housewife, and who lives in a house with no electricity, but a lot of amenities. How do you think I keep things cold in this?
Terrific. Terrific.
Very informative. I learned lots of things I didn't know before. Oh, I'm really impressed.
What actors? We're stepping into different worlds which were just so credible. Just very easy to go back in time in Fort St. John.
And the enthusiasm of each person was just infectious.
I always wanted to meet Ma Murray, and I think I just
right.
did.
The actors were dressed in period-accurate clothing supplied by Stage North. If you missed this incredible evening, you can always stop by the North Peace Museum to find out the rest of the story. For Shaw TV, I'm Diane Townsend.